Hello everybody, this is Harbinger. This is Wingspan on Steam. We're playing the Asia expansion, and this is our opening hand. Two Asia birds here to look at. Duration Treekeeper for Creeper. For every 3 eggs in your forest, gain a worm or a grain from the supply. You may cache up to 2 of them on this bird. Okay, so this is a bird that rewards you for having lots of resources in the forest unspent. It's kind of accumulating interest on the eggs that are in the bird tray. To make this pay off, we would need to have more birds in the forest that can have lots of eggs, and we also need to be able to lay a lot of eggs that we don't want to spend. I think that's a decently big ask, so I don't know that that's something I'm going to prioritize early. Okay, yellow bitten. I think for this kind of work, you really want to have like a lapis lazuli or any other bird that lets you lay lots of eggs at the cost of also giving your opponents eggs, because you really need to. It's a 0-point bird, so you really need for it to give you a lot of value over the course of the game for it to be valuable. Yellow bitten, draw the card in the middle slot of the bird tray. That's card advantage. We love that. We can use that together with the pigment nut hatch to gain points and more food. So this is a much better combo than the Eurasian Treekeeper in isolation. Is there anything in the tray we are excited about? Australian Magpie is an endgame card, Red-Legged Hawk is a Predator, and Savannah Sparrow is plain on the bird. I don't really think either of them are particularly valuable to us. Consecutive birds? I guess we could start with Pigment Attach and the Eurasian Treekeeper and have a decent shot at getting Forest Data Analyst to at least 3 points. But usually Mechanical Engineer is an okay card to go for, so I think I like the look of that. Then the question is, do we want to pick either of the other cards there? Whooping Crane and Bonelli's Eagle are usually cards you want to play towards the end of the game, just to pad your score a little bit. But there is no we don't need more than 3 foods from the opener, and we are currently getting 4. So we can afford to pick either of them. Bonelli's Eagle wants you to have excess cards to tuck, so you can avoid paying food cost and get points from it. We are kind of getting additional cards from the bittern, so we can afford to do that, but we also are spending these cards at a nut hatch, so it might not be the correct to take the Bonelli's Eagle. Whipping Terrain would be worth the same thing as Bonelli's Eagle. They both cost 3 resources and a card, and as long as this guy gets us a bonus card we can get 5 points out of, I think it's on par with the Bonelli's Eagle here. And yeah, we are gonna have more of a surplus of food available to play birds than we are gonna have cards in surplus, I think, because we're gonna spend them to the nut hatch. I think it's okay to pick 1 card that is above 4 points, just so we are making sure we are on board for the run and goal. So I'm looking at the Whooping Crane here, which means that we are probably not also keeping the Eurasian Treekeeper here. I like the idea of trying it out though, and we have it from round 1, which means that we would be getting. You know what? I think that this guy is a really good addition to pad a raven or a killdeer run, because there you get the additional eggs that you can put because you're activating grasslands a lot, and you don't care about the activated abilities in the forest, and you would love to have some additional surplus food to play 3 food cost birds. Anyways, I think we have been talking a little bit too much about the opening hand here. Let's pick Mechanical Engineer, pick these cards here. It's also 3 different nest types, making this guy pop a little bit more. And yeah, we are then ditching the fish, I think, so that no matter what you play the bitten for, it's gonna go up here. Okay, pay with a nectar.
Yellow
And
bittern. Bittern's long, thin stripes are camouflage for living among reeds.
And then we are gonna play out the pygmy nuthatch here. And the reason we are playing the bittern before we are playing the nuthatch is that just in case something happens in the trade that we care about reacting to, we now get to draw more cards at the same time. So, red-tailed hawk, is that something we care about? It would give us stuff for the final round and thing, but that's basically it. Not too crazy about it, so let's just draw some random cards instead. We get bullfinch and pink-eared duck. These are huge pickups for us because they are both birds that give additional resources, and that's the kind of stuff we want to have at this point in the game. And we also get the Australian magpie with the yellow bittern here. So do we care enough about the late game ability of the Australian magpie that we aren't gonna sack it? It's best case scenario. This is a 4-pointer that gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 additional points. So it can, best case, it can be an 11-pointer. I don't think that that is good enough to avoid turning it into a point and the resource. Only thing is that we kind of don't have anything to put into the grasslands just yet, but that is probably going to sort itself out pretty soon. So let's do this, tuck you in here and gain ourselves a grain. And this leaves us with an excess food that we can put into here to gain additional eggs. And that way we it's irrelevant which we were putting. That way we can play out both of these birds without laying any more eggs. Let's do this first. Pink-eared duck. And let's see. This does not count for the round 1 thing. So if we want to share the 4 points, that means that if we tie up, we basically negate opponent getting 4 more points than we do. We need to go here, sack the bullfinch to pygmy nuthatch, so we can get 3 foods and play this guy here next turn. I don't think that that's highly valuable for me, because I'd rather just have this guy over here, giving us access to 1 more food every activation. And just also having another ball, having a ball nest, solidifying that we are decently able to pull off the mechanical engineer. And yeah, I think we rather want to try to find more stuff we care about for the future. So picking up the twite is probably okay. Plains Wanderer can also be a good bird to put like over here. Look at 3 bonus cards and choose one of them. So I like the idea of that. This guy will be played first during the second round, but it still gets to draw 6 cards and tuck us 6 cards without an action, so I think it's still okay. So let's pick let's pick up both of these guys. and draw some cards, give one of them to the opponent. Opponent can have a Grey Shriek Tush, and I can have the Great Blue Heron and the Spangled Drongo. Okay, Plumbus Red Start. Draw a card from the deck and add it to your hand. All other players draw cards from the deck and add it to their hand if the bird has a worm or grain in its food cost. Okay, that's very specific text, very cute bird, but never mind that, we need to get some resources here. And I think it's okay to sack the Spangled Drongo to get another grain here, so I think I will be doing that. This is a great bird, especially in competitive settings, where you want to make sure that in a 1v1 situation you can keep up with the amount of nectars the opponent play, and in a many player scenario this guy will just feed you nectars left and right. So this is a very good card, but it doesn't quite work in the scenario we have here. So I'm gonna take a Cherry, I'm gonna take a Grain, I'm gonna sack the Spangled Drongo, and take a Worm here. And this allows us to play out the Bullfinch here, and we're gonna eat an egg. And this further allows us to get a lot more food whenever we go here. Do we care about the Great Blue Heron? I do like the Great Blue Heron into the Whooping Crane thing, so I think we might do that. Then we don't have... Then the question is, do we draw cards first so we have something to tuck to the Pygmy Nuthatch? Maybe we just tuck either the Twilight or the Plains Wanderer. So this guy is 6 cards in utility in cycling and 6 points. This guy is basically this guy needs to hit 4 points on a bonus card to be as good as this guy if you play this guy. But this guy also gives us utility, so I think I'm gonna keep this guy and cycle the Plains Wanderer. Yes, that makes sense for me. Now reroll this, take a Nectar, maybe take this Nectar so we can take this guy as a grain. Never mind that, we are resetting the bird feeder, so it doesn't work quite like that, but we can do this and take another grain here. And that allows us to play out the Twilight, so we can also lay eggs into the correct nest types for the upcoming round and goal. Yeah, and we also need to... How many eggs do we need to make this happen? We need 3 eggs to play out both of these. Sure. Sure. Okay. Then we also need a fish and whatever food for the Whooping Crane. If we are to do that, we lose the round and goal of this, but I think it's fine. Let's take this, reroll, and get a single food. Skip this just for once, because if we can play out both of these cards, we are getting access to a 3rd drawn card here now, and that is pretty good as well. Scoop. And yeah, let's choose the Omnivore Expert, getting additional points on birds that have wildcard food, and we're gonna get to look at a lot more birds in the future, because we're gonna draw a lot of cards. But we're not gonna draw them this turn, we're gonna draw them next turn, because I also want to have points on the scoreboard for the 2nd round and goal, and yeah, we're also gonna draw 2 cards here, and if I don't remember wrong, we are also forced to chuck these 2 cards. So yeah, Twilight is not utility if you don't have cards in your hand, but it's still 2 points. a little bit annoying that we are forced to actually watch them, but that's just the way it is. Okay, Red Knot is a decent bird to top off the wetlands. Lets us draw the bonus card and gets us to the 4th card a turn, but it's also worth a decent chunk of points. But I don't know if we are too happy about that being the final guy. I think it's fine. We can pick it up if we don't find anything else in the 2 first tier we are more eager about. And to be fair, we were not. Yeah, like we could play the Great Teal that gives us points on activation, but it will have to hit 5 times to be as good as this guy, and this guy also has a bonus card. So it's hard to just pass up a big chunk of points when there's 11 turns left in the game here. I would love to have access to something good in the grasslands here, because there is it's really boring to just go here to get 2 eggs, so we can play out just 1 card later. So yeah, one good thing to put into the grasslands would make me really happy. And I think this is the final attempt. We will have to actually make that happen before we have to make some decisions. So maybe the fish crow actually gets that role here. Not something I'm too happy with, but the main idea of it is to get up to the 3rd egg, so we can put additional cards or additional food into here and get out a little bit more efficiency while also being a 6-point card. So yeah, Golden Eagle is a much better use of that space. Because it can also give us additional points when we are lucky. It's also 3 points for the over 3 foods for the final round and goal. Let's make sure we are getting it and not the opponent here. And there's nothing left in the middle because I was stupid. I picked it up. Well, that's just how the game goes. Sometimes you forget that these birds have a pretty specific ways to work. Okay. There are 9 turns left in the game. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards left in hand. That means that we very well can spend 1 or 2 cards each action to transition them into more resources. So we are gonna sack this turkey vulture to pick up as many foods as we can here. Reroll this guy and get another food, and then we're gonna sack this common teal for every egg in your... it is the same as the tree creeper that we didn't take. And then we are gonna take a worm this time. Getting closer to the red knot. And actually playing out the red knot is like an intermittent play that allows us to draw more cards, so we aren't spending cards to play this guy out. We are like cycling it to 4 other cards, which is cool, I guess. Especially we're looking at the round and goal here to keep more cards around. Do we want to do that just to know what kind of bonus card we have? I don't hate it. And we do need to play one more of these birds for mechanical engineer. So yeah, sure, let's play this guy out while we are getting some nectar value. And I do recognize that we need to have at least 1 egg left to play the Golden Eagle, so we won't be playing anything in the forest for now. Grassland data unless consecutive birds with wingspans in the grasslands. Okay. So, we could do Fish Crow into Golden Eagle and get 3 more points out of that. Not the worst thing in the world. Fish Crow also okay for the final round and goal. Or we could do like Granadala. If you laid an egg on this bird this turn, take a card from the deck behind this bird, which is basically We are gonna lay eggs anyway, and this just gets more points out of that. It eats the food we get for free from our birds, so maybe it's better than fish crow. We need to lay 1 egg on it for it to be better. No, because fish crow is also omnivore. Yes, okay. Never mind then. Still the only bird we can play, so we will take it. Right. Then I think we are gonna go here, take as many nectars as we can, play the fish crow next turn, and we're gonna cycle some stuff at the end of the round to the right. Take fish, no nectars, okay, and no birds for you. Okay, sack the white-backed. Get some variety in here. I think reroll, get a cherry, and also sack the gray teal. Get some variety out. And we are playing the fish crow first. Yes. Plan is still to play the golden eagle, so we can get off grassland data analyst and get some more points from there. Great spotted woodpecker. Yeah, it's a little bit too late for these gain more food birds. Peregrine falcon. That could be an in-between play to just get 1 more ascending birdspan bird in there. I don't hate it, so we will have to see if it's possible to make that happen. And we kind of want to have more of this food cost to be relevant as well. If we don't have any point generation down here, so I don't think we want to spend actions to go here and pick something up just to play it later, because it costs too many of the 5 actions we have left. We can go here. I think we need to take food twice. We need to because we need the correct food to play these guys, and we also need to have resources to turn into more eggs. I don't think it's correct to we're not getting nectar points from the forest. So basically, the decision we did early game by paying the yellow bittern with nectar instead of paying pigment nuthatch with nectar is costing us 2 points long term. That's... Could we have predicted this? Maybe, because when we play this guy here, we know we're playing a bird that gives us the 3rd food, so we are maybe less likely to build out a lot more stuff here, but we are more likely to build out more stuff here because we want more resources. Maybe we need to analyze that and learn from it later. Anyways, I don't think we take I don't think we convert here, because hang on, we have a 3rd and we have 2 additional here. Maybe it's okay actually. Get some stuff and sack to Granada, even though it could probably be good to play out. Yes, I don't think we have enough time for it. And then we go here, we discard a fish to get a 3rd egg. And so if we eat an egg here, we can't play both of these birds. And we really want to play both of these birds. Or we can play them, but not until we pay or activate grasslands again. But if we activate it over here, we only have to pay 1 resource to get the 4th egg. I mean, does it matter? I don't I don't think it matters. But I mean, we could eat the egg, get nectar. Probabilities. Oh, we get the egg back. Oh, we could have won that. Thank you, game. Thank you, opponent. It's fine. It's fine. You know what? If we get food for free, we could maybe play out this guy over here. I don't think it's gonna happen, but maybe. Playing out this guy is 8 points. It also gives us 2 more points on grassland data, so I just think that that's a decent enough play. And yeah, it's not likely that we get to actually play that guy. But maybe if we ate that egg, got a nectar, we would have had enough stuff to play this guy out as well. Yeah, should have done that. We should have remembered that the opponent has that green pheasant over here, and it's not unlikely they activate those kinds of birds towards the end of the game. Anyways, sack this wooden sapsucker and lay some eggs, turn some birds around, see if they get eaten. One got eaten, one got not. Don't eat eggs, it's too late for that now. And that's the game. So yeah, I think this game is a really low score compared to what I usually like to consider to be okay scores for me. I was going to say that we didn't have that many resource generating birds in the early game, and that's a huge reason for it. But we did have this guy, and we did have the other guy. It's just that they are worth so few points that I think it's it might be a sub 100. But let's not take the sorrows too early. We did also play quite a few high-scoring birds towards the end of the game. We did get a decent chunk of points off our bonus cards, but we didn't really have anything else than that, and we gave up on some of the rounding goals in the early game. But okay, it's 111. Not horrible, but subpar, we would have to say. I think that we mechanical engineer omnivore expert. These 2 bonus cards are really good, and we already had a lot of points on this guy when we got him out from the moving terrain. That's pretty nice. And the data analyst, the fact that we actually managed to pull that off while also stealing the round and goal for food cost of our birds. I think that's a pretty okay conclusion here. And it's also neat to see that if we had done stuff, if we had eaten that egg with the fish crow, we could have said, if we don't get another free egg from the opponent, we can lay eggs ourselves. We do have the spare resources to pay 2 foods rather than to pay 1 food here, and it's it doesn't really matter if we do that. The big difference is 1 activation of the golden eagle, but that guy whiffed anyway, so that's not really that much big of a deal. It's 1 tiebreaker point, but it's that opportunity cost of if everything happens to our luck, we can play that 6-point bird over here. That will also push 2 more points into our forest from nectars. And could we actually have won the nectar game there? It's hard to see because Asia expansion is has a bug or 2 just right now. Yeah, if we had just pushed 1 nectar into the forest, we will actually be 5 points richer there. So that's an 11 point bird into there. But I would have heard another soundbite, but it's fine. We we can do these plays better when we're playing tournaments, and don't have to talk as much until the wrap up later. And it's also usually a lot easier to see these options when you're playing the opponent over the board, and you can see what kind of game plan they are going for. Yellow Bittern, did I like it or not? I think it's fine, but you really need to pay attention that you're not spending a card draw on the middle slot, because you're getting that for free anyway. And I think 0 points is a little bit weak. It's basically on par with the Mallard, but it has a much lower ceiling. Because yes, both of them draw a card in the best circumstances, but the Mallard can choose from this and a top deck. But this guy is just a 0 point bird that draws a very specific card. But it's fine. Not all cards are supposed to be power creep. Would I have kept this if I had other options? Probably not. But yeah. Together with Pigment Attach, he did give us a lot of additional resources that we could use to turn into other resources, and that propelled our game into an okay mid game. Anyways, thanks for watching. This has been the Harbinger, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.